Did you all watch WrestleMania 35?
Insert no footage WrestleMania right here, because you'll lose your video in your life.
It's better to just not show you any. Just watch it yourselves. It's free on the WWE Network if you sign up right now anyway. WrestleMania 35 this year was pretty fucking good.
Is it better than it's been? We've been watching it since 2015, was it?
That was when
No, did we just miss it?
No, I think we saw 2015, did we not?
No, we just missed it. And Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He cashed in, and it was kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah.
And he was up the top of the ramp, spinning the belt ring.
It was a good time for us to rejoin.
Yeah.
After that, in the wake of like Seth as champ was great.
And we were just in time for the women's revolution as well.
Yeah.
Paige and people like that, Charlotte, Becky, were all just coming in. So I felt like we've kind of been on a journey. I know we didn't see their NXT stuff.
Yeah.
But we've kind of been on a journey with these woman characters.
Definitely, yeah.
And it is a reason to watch.
Oh yeah, it's becoming more so than ever. It's definitely a reason now. Like I know Becky Lynch is at the very, very centre of it all, and everyone's a little bit bitter over just how much attention Charlotte gets. But if it wasn't for Charlotte and Sasha Banks, we wouldn't be at this point right now. So
and getting Ronda Rousey in is this big game to bring it. It would never have been Charlotte Becky main eventing if Ronda Rousey wasn't there.
She's a fantastic talent. She took to it like a fish to water, and everyone who's given her shit now should really think about what she's done to help wrestling, and WWE in particular, at least. Like, it's insane. But we'll talk about her a little bit more as we get close to the main event, because we might as well just rattle through these matches.
It was best the Mania.
Best one in a long time, because 32, I don't remember anything other than that boring as fuck Roman Reigns Triple H match, where Triple H was the champion again, even though
he's 65.
Could they have not put any cunt else in that position? Just had to be Triple H. I understand there was a lot of people injured at the time, but come on. Did he need to be the champ again?
There was a lot of people.
Also, let's clarify, we didn't just start watching wrestling in 2016.
We quit it like a sensible person in 2003 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, we gave up at that point when things just started to get a little bit too John Cena-y and JBL-ish. And then we came back.
Great cunts like Eddie and Kurt and...
Yeah. I mean, like...
They were all still there.
I stuck around long enough to see the really, really great points of the Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle feuds, stuff like that. Eddie winning the belt, Chris Benoit winning the belt, stuff like that. Like, I stuck around long enough for that. But then around 2005, 2006, things started to decline so much that those big moments weren't enough to keep me around. And then before I knew it, I wasn't watching anymore. Around the brand split, basically. Just before the brand split, I stopped watching, I think.
You kept your... Like every wrestling fan, you keep your ear to the...
Yeah. I had a loose grip on it for all those years. Very, very loose. But when we came back...
Heard about CM Punk and
The
Rock and John Cena stuff.
I regret missing the Punk stuff. I regret seeing Daniel Bryan come up through the ranks to be like the most important person in wrestling, basically. Missed all of that a little bit, but you kind of knew it was going on, and now here we are. So
let's get into it. Right.
Pre-show, Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese put on a very, very, very good caliber, like 205 live match.
Solid match.
A very solid match. Tony Nese is the champ now.
Okay, I don't understand that.
He doesn't have a gimmick. Buddy Murphy's got a gimmick. Buddy Murphy's
there's loads of better people in there than Tony Nese as well.
Tony Nese is a perfectly solid wrestler. It's just could they have not maybe had Jack Gallagher do a face turn and have the belt? Jack Gallagher's great. Could they have not why the fuck didn't they keep a hold of Zack Sabre Jr. when he was in the Cruiserweight Classic? Keep a hold of him because he's like the best technical wrestler on the planet. But they didn't, and now he's in New Japan killing it.
So that's that then. But that was
Buddy Murphy isn't champ anymore. It's a shame because he's great.
I see no future for 205, unfortunately.
No, unless they totally change how it's done. unless they turned it into like basically the Pete Dunne show. I know he's slightly above the weight cutoff point, I think. But like, see, unless you make it like British strong style and like really, really good technical wrestling as well as the high flying stuff.
Do you think Johnny Gargano is going to get put in 205?
Oh God, I really hope not. He's already been on Raw and SmackDown, so I'm hoping not. Fucking, never mind that. Adam Cole and the whole Undisputed Era are cruiserweights. God, that would be terrifying. Imagine Undisputed Era getting shoved into 205 Live.
That's another video. Right, next match.
The Andre the Giant... No. The Women's Royal. The Women's Battle Royal.
Ember Moon got put out by Lana.
That really stuck in my craw. Asuka not winning was fucking miserable. Because Asuka did not deserve to have that belt ripped off of her just before WrestleMania.
We'll get into that.
Basically... It was a nothing match. It was just as the jobber royals are at WrestleMania. It was a nothing match, and Carmella won.
She is a former champion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know we're not happy about it, but at least she's got some kind of pedigree story wise.
Yeah. To be fair, there's something there.
She road dogged it.
However, they've spent so long not building the Riot Squad, and then Sarah Logan got that close, and they took it away.
Say shit like that makes her look strong. She got beat by Carmella.
Yeah,
makes her look like an idiot.
Yeah, if you get beat by Carmella, you're effectively like jobber tier, because she is jobber tier. She's a glorified jobber.
She sure can move those legs, but
yeah, and down the pickle.
Woo!
So then the Raw tag titles were up for grabs on the pre-show. Everybody, the Revival, one of the best tag teams in wrestling today, lost the belts to Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, a guy who hasn't won a match in well over a year.
Well, he has now. He's won 2 now.
Yep. He's won 2. And he's the champ with Zack Ryder, who's a complete jobber.
Remember Zack Ryder won that IC belt in that ladder match? What was that about?
That was fucking miserable.
That was a great match.
And he lost it the next night to fucking The Miz anyway, so it was a good match, that ladder match, because KO and Sammy were in it, making it great.
So what do you have to say about anything else you got to say about the tag match, John?
I will say this though, as much as I really despise the fact that they just took the belts off of the Revival like it was nothing, in the pre-show of all places, Zack Ryder is not a terrible wrestler, and the crowd were really behind him because he had the hometown advantage. And Kurt Hawkins is a good wrestler who has a shite gimmick where he loses. So now he doesn't lose. I'm wondering what they're going to do. Is it going to go to his head? Is he going to become like a weirdo? Is he going to become like Big Money Matt in TNA? Like where Matt Hardy won the championship and he turned into a fucking egomaniacal crazy person who called himself Big Money Matt?
I don't know. We'll just have to...
We'll have to see.
Wait and see, won't we?
Have to see. So the Andre the Giant Jobber Royal happened. And I was sitting there waiting because there was only one slot left. And I was like, who's going to be the last slot here? And I thought for sure that Sami Zayn was going to come out, and then he didn't. And then he came out on Raw the next night.
Backstage, no...
Yeah, no a big pop for his entrance music. Like, it just hits, and suddenly, like, Finn Balor comes out, and he's like, I'm the champ, who wants to have a piece? And then Sami Zayn's music hits, and then all of a sudden everyone's really fucking happy to see him.
You were worried he was going to come out and slip in the rain. And then he came out and Raw and slipped.
And slipped.
And I was going to come in and wake you up. I was going to wake you up and that. What do you know?
At least he did recoup, though. He recouped something fierce. It was like that. It was like, I thought, yeah, that's Sammy's come back as a full blown.
Made a right job, shout to yourselves.
But sadly, that didn't happen. Bray Wyatt didn't come back in the Jobber Royal either. Every single tag team in the SmackDown division was in the fucking Battle Royal. Every fucking jobber from Raw was in it.
Wait a minute. Who won it?
Wait. Fucking Braun Strowman did. Braun Strowman won.
That's right. I don't remember.
Because he battered 2 guys for SNL. 2 guys from SNL were in it, and here's the thing about SNL. It's not funny at all. and it's never been funny at all, ever. I don't even know who those two guys were.
Gobshites for SNL.
Who the fuck even were they? But regardless, we spent too much time talking about the pre-show because it was a complete fucking afterthought for WWE, so I don't know why we're even bothering. It was shite. Every match in the pre-show... Well, no, the Cruiserweight match was fine. The tag match was fine. The Jobber Royals were just Jobber Royals, and that's all they'll ever be.
The Payday Royals.
Yeah. Moving on. The main show, the big fucking WrestleMania 35, the big 6-hour endeavour finally begins.
So Alexa Bliss comes out, and she was barely in.
Yeah, she barely appeared, and she changed costume every time she was on screen.
She was on screen, I think there was some pre-recorded stuff, man.
I know
you can change that quickly. So she comes out and she's like, I'm gonna Thanos my finger and make a WrestleMania moment. Nearly gave it away there. A WrestleMania Hogan moment.
WrestleMania Hogan, and boom, out he comes.
I am a real racist. Why am I here? Did you see Kofi Kingston's face yesterday at the Hall of Fame?
It was really weird seeing
and then Paul Heyman was like, hold up, this what my fucking way you.
He just charges right through, right down to the ring, and just says to the fans what everyone wanted him to say, which was that they are on a fucking beeline right to Las Vegas as soon as Brock has done his business here, and we all knew what was coming next.
I would have liked it if Paul Heyman had helped Seth Rollins to win and then became his manager or something like that. He's like, Brock, I'm sick of bigging you up, you big fucking doofus. I'm done with you, and hit him with a belt or something.
It would have been
the low blow. I just didn't like that.
The low blow I didn't like either, because I didn't think Seth should have to cheat in any way, and therefore I wouldn't have liked Heyman doing anything for him either, because I just think Seth just should have won clean as a whistle.
But anyway, Seth comes out down there in the ring, and the bell did fucking ring. It did ring.
The bell rang before he got in the ring, and then it rang again when Brock had finished his beatdown.
So that meant that was the end of the match?
Yeah, Brock technically won that match, but basically...
So Brock did Suplex City, got all his stuff in, and he got goofballed. People were saying on Twitter and stuff like that, I would have preferred to see a match. Why? What was Brock Lesnar going to do? He was going to do a shooting star press? What they talking about? He doesn't
do anything anymore.
He doesn't do any of that stuff anymore. It's no one we quit.
Brock
Lesnar used to fucking care now, doesn't he? It's actually boring to watch. And to hide behind the defense that he's the biggest draw. No, he's fucking no.
He's the biggest draw in UFC now, probably.
Aye.
Because if he came back,
give a fuck about UFC.
The pay-per-view would sell a lot more because he's there. But there's no such thing as pay-per-view buys in WWE anymore. It's network subscribers, and Brock doesn't make network subscriber numbers go any higher. It's not Brock that does that. It's the quality
What's Brock's merch like?
I don't even know. He's not anywhere. I don't think he's anywhere near the top. Reigns is still pretty much at the top. Finn Balor's pretty near the top.
Brock wasn't even on Raw, so...
No. Why? He doesn't need to be now, so...
He didn't even send Pig Dog Paul Heyman.
You know what? Fucking good
I hope he never fucking comes back.
That's
right, Brock Lesnar, Mark. I don't care.
Brock Lesnar is boring to watch now. The shtick is very old, and I'm so sick of it. Thank fuck he's gone. I would have happily had him disappear when fucking Reigns was meant to beat him last year. But now at least Seth Rollins is Universal Champion, and that's exactly where he should be. Now...
So there was the big fucking pop in the stadium. That was it. That's the end of that shit.
Yeah.
And that was the first part of the crowd getting tired.
Yeah.
That was a lot to take. you know what I mean? But
it was a very, very big moment.
Hogan was there, cunt Hogan.
A lot happened in a very short space of time, and to be fair, I think it was maybe the smartest thing they could have done, because as we saw, the crowd got really worn out, and they would not have popped at all for Seth winning later on.
Right, they'd have been tired.
Yeah, they would have been exhausted.
So next was Randall Orton and AJ Styles,
Yep.
And they put a match on.
They put a SmackDown match on, and I didn't care. AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the world, and Randy Orton is a wrestler.
Solid.
Yep.
Is how to describe him.
Yep. He's a very...
He'll do his move. He'll do his wee scoop.
Yep. He'll do his moves.
Put you in then he's going to put you in the ropes. And give you the kicks.
And then
he might pull your hair or do something with your ear. Because he's crazy!
Yeah, when he's being a heel, he'll do some good heel work. But that's about it, because he knows how to do that, and he likes doing that, clearly, because he's a massive jag in real life.
But then AJ was doing stuff where he was going to jump in and then making Randy try and RKO him and all that stuff.
Yeah. AJ was toying with him a little bit, because AJ's the best in the world.
A few times now, so I'm glad that that's the end of that.
I'm hoping again we're sick of seeing Randy Orton.
Yeah, I hope he retires pretty soon.
Yeah, Randy Orton.
These are a reason I didn't really like.
He's really boring. But AJ won. Who cares? Then the SmackDown tag belts.
Was there any promos in between then?
Don't think so. Not that I recall.
Right.
SmackDown tag belts. The Usos are one of the best tag teams in the world. They're great.
Who was on the match?
Aleister Black and Ricochet were a tag team in the match.
What? Cesaro
and Sheamus featuring as the Bar.
And who was the other tag team?
Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
Talk about thrown together. But what did I say about Cesaro and Ricochet? Just before it happened, I was like, get they two in the fucking ring, because Cesaro is one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world, people.
Yep,
wake up to this. Vince McMahon, you've got... Because he can't speak straight English, you know what I mean? That bullshit.
He's too busy being fluent in 5 languages.
Yeah, I know. And being the best.
Yeah.
That little spot they did was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. The
bit where he fucking spinned over him and did that, but also the wheelie.
The big spin 10 beats on the fucking whatever.
Just
like that combo of them, those two holding fort in the ring was very good, and reminded me that the Bar are a great team. I'm just fucking sick of them. Like, let me miss you. Go away for a little while and stop being everywhere, and we'll talk about that as well later. Fucking the Bar being everywhere. But yeah, it was a perfectly decent match, and
some good spots.
And the Usos retained, which is the right move, because the Usos are the best.
Just an exhibition match.
Yeah, pretty much. A very
good payday match.
It was a very good SmackDown match.
But it was good. It was good.
It
was a good SmackDown match.
Yeah, it was. So they're getting all the SmackDown shit out of the way just now, because they clearly don't care about it. Because right now, right after that big spot fest, there's Shane McMahon versus The Miz, the best wrestler in the world versus The Miz and his dad. And Shane McMahon comes out and he does his little turn. He does his little turn, and he's got boys with him, and Here Comes the Money plays 3 times. And then The Miz comes out.
And he makes the guy say that he's the greatest.
Yeah, he does that whole thing, like fucking harasses him. And Shane's a good heel. I like Shane.
Babyface Miz comes out.
Babyface Miz comes out.
Awesome.
And he loves his dad. He's creepy, weird, wispy-haired dad. He loves him. He loves his dad, apparently, even though I'm not aware that he ever loved his dad, because he's been a heel for like 8 years.
But his dad didn't love him.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the whole thing.
The Miz is worried that his dad's disappointed in him, even though he's a famous wrestler and movie star, and he's got a really hot wife and two kids. So they did one kid and another on the way.
They did a bit of wrestling.
Yeah.
And then Shane was going to do the thing, and his dad's like, no. Papa Miz was like, no. No, not my boy. Take me. I am old. And you go back in the ring, he's like, it became a meme.
Haters wanted. He came in, he blocked Shane McMahon from doing the big elbow that he's been doing in every fucking match. Thankfully, Shane McMahon did not get to do a lot of his big go-to spots. He didn't get to do coast to coast.
We know why, don't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a giant angle, this match as well.
Papu Miz saved them for
yeah.
And then it was a 10-minute walking brawl so they could get to the big spots.
Yep.
Shane McMahon taking a bump off a golf cart, man. What the fuck, man?
He fell like 8 feet or something.
God bless him, man. What a bump.
Onto concrete.
They should have given him the hardcore belt at the end of that. Should have just wheeled that out.
That was, I mean, I hate hardcore, I hate walk and brawl, and this match felt like a complete fucking mess.
But the big spot,
in the making.
I did like the big spot.
Yeah, the big spot was good, and Shane begged off, and he did the thing that heels are meant to do. He tried to say sorry.
And then Shane won.
Yeah, Shane technically won, but The Miz won everyone's hearts, which is the important thing. But it was shite. It was just shite.
I liked it.
It was a bit of fun. I'll give him that.
I enjoyed it.
So then it was the women's tag match. And Bailey's big, wacky, waving arm flailing inflatable tube men didn't inflate, and they just flopped around
They were
a
the
bit.
perfect metaphor for Bailey and the main roster.
Almost there, but not quite.
When can we get the NXT Bailey back, where she at least could cut a half decent promo, and say something, and say, "Sasha, you boo."
When she had a bit of fire in her, and like her and Asuka were like ripping the shit out of each other, like actually like tearing lumps at each other in that amazing match that they had. I want Bailey to be aggressive again. I want her to just be a good wrestler again, because it feels like she came up onto the main roster and lost all her confidence, and she just ended up being.
She needs a manager.
She ended up being really. She started getting sloppy in the ring, and like everyone was noticing, and like I think it shook her confidence.
That whole Bailey Sasha Banks thing that went on for like 6 months is some of the shittiest stuff I've seen in years.
That was bad.
Yeah, really, really bad. They love each other. They don't love each other. She's calling her a bitch. They're in love with each other. Real life.
You've got to do the stupid fucking couples counselling.
I hate that shite, man.
It was bad. And Sasha Banks deserves better as well, because she's great.
She's like a really good wrestler.
But you wouldn't know based on this match.
So name all the people, John, who was in it.
Iconics were there. Tamina Snuka and Nia Jax were there.
The meatballs, man, they rolled to the ring.
Pair of fucking lumps, man. Useless, the pair of them, useless. And Natalya Neidhart and Beth Phoenix were there, and out came Bret the Hitman Hart, stood behind them and nodded approvingly, and then he just went right back into the back.
Nia Jax must be keeping that Botchamania guy's channel going. Her and Alicia Fox when she gets unleashed.
Alicia Fox is fucking terrible, but Nia Jax is a little worse in some ways, because she's almost not terrible, and then she'll actually hurt people. At least Alicia Fox doesn't hurt anyone because she's so shite. She can't even do a move to hurt anyone. The only moves that she does can't hurt anyone, at least. Nia's so big and cumbersome and fucking clumsy and stupid that she fucks things up and actually hurts people and herself. So, and Tamina Snuka looks bored / terrified at all times.
Like she shit herself?
Yeah.
Like that's everything.
And she's shite as well.
And she just rolls into the ring like that. Like this.
I don't like the Iconics. They're not good in the ring, and the promo style is incredibly obnoxious and grating. But they are decent characters, and they're actually a tag team. They're a real tag team that have been a tag team since the beginning. So they really should have had the belts right from the start.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they have them now, so that Sasha and Bailey can go and do their own thing again.
Split both of them up. Send one to SmackDown and send one to Raw.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the match? What was your favourite spot, John?
The Iconics had some good.
Oh, you forgot about Natalya Neidhart and Thingy doing their big spot, didn't they? She threw her. Beth Phoenix did her thing where she threw a Thingy after tap midden. What's her finisher called? That's how this match ended. Beth Phoenix went and picked one of the, I don't remember who got pinned, but she picked her up like that in the tap thingy and then threw her, and then the Iconics came in, flung her out and pinned whoever it was.
Oh.
You don't remember, do you?
I don't remember a fucking thing about
I
that
don't even
match.
remember who got pinned.
Nope.
Was it Sasha or Bailey?
I don't.
It couldn't have been, because they can't take that.
No.
It had to have been to one of the.
Yeah, was it Tamina Snuka that took the pin? I don't know. I can't remember. And like it, that's the really depressing thing. I fucking love the fact that there's women's tag belts now, and they fucked it up by putting it on the wrong people right out of the gate, and then putting them in a 4-way with people I couldn't possibly give a shit about. Natalia Neidhart is
the Iconics.
She's Natty's a great wrestler, but she's boring as fuck. Beth Phoenix, fucking hell, man.
She looked a little rusty.
She's
a little rusty.
I just never liked that gimmick. It's a shite gimmick, and I mean, we've already said enough about Nia and Tamina. This fucking pair of useless.
So
pricks.
the Iconics won.
Yeah,
and they were genuinely crying, and it's like.
Yeah,
they genuinely wanted to win that. Not to say that Sasha and Bayley didn't want to win it; they were crying as well.
Yeah.
So it means a lot to anybody to win a belt. I just think if Nia Jax had won it, do you get that feeling? If Nia Jax won the tag belt, she was up.
Yeah. It's there's something. I think that's maybe another reason.
She's a part of the big wrestling family.
Yeah, that's maybe another reason why I don't like her. It's that it feels like she's owed it. Like she thinks that she's kind of owed this because she belongs to a wrestling family.
Remember that thing where she was with the Rock's man? The Rock's man didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like
didn't she train her?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's like we don't care. We only care whether or not you can actually go. And Nia can't go.
Bret Hart getting wheeled out as well.
Yeah, they tried everything for poor Natalia and Beth. Like,
right, what do you have next?
Oh yeah, of course. This is Kofi and Daniel.
Right?
And right at the fucking beginning, I knew that Kofi was winning. It wasn't even a fucking question.
And how did you know that, John?
Because they showed a shot of a podium next to the announce tables with a fucking velvet cloth on it with a belt under it. A belt-shaped mass under a velvet cloth. And I went like that. That's the old WWE title. Kofi's winning. And you could, anyone who wants to argue that, oh, but maybe they just had it there in case he won, or maybe it was a New Day title and they were revealing a New Day title. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter. The fact that there was another belt there under cloth means that it was definitely Kofi winning. So I knew right away. It was like, this isn't going to be a surprise.
I thought it was a really good match, and I really enjoyed it.
It was a decent match. I hated the fact that Daniel Bryan worked a bear hug for 5 minutes. It was like, I know he was wrestling as a heel, but Daniel Bryan's better than that. It was a good match though. Kofi was massively over. I was happy when all said and done he actually did win, and he looked genuinely fucking happy for it, and his kids came into the ring. Then also he went and got his children from the ringside.
If that was Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, or Triple H, they would never put Kofi Kingston there. Never in a million years.
Oh yeah, never.
It's as simple as that.
Daniel Bryan, you could almost feel every week Daniel Bryan fighting for Kofi to still be in the main event. I can imagine
Daniel Bryan wanted to celebrate with him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's in his heel character, so he couldn't. He would have probably wanted to celebrate.
Yeah, yeah. Because like you could tell Daniel Bryan really respects people like Kofi Kingston, like fucking grafters, good wrestlers that have just been grafting.
The little guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why there was that insistence of using the phrase B+ player over and over again, because that's of course notoriously what they call Daniel Bryan, a B+ player, and it's like. It's just one of those things. It's really, really nice to see an underdog babyface win at WrestleMania. A lot of babyfaces won this year, and that's why it sounds like a really hated.
Babymania.
It sounds like I really hated this show, but I loved it in the there and then because it was a lot of fun for babyfaces to win. But the matches weren't that great. But it was a great WrestleMania.
I thought they had a good back and forth with each other, and Daniel put Kofi into so many fucking holes, didn't he?
Yeah. He went in.
Kofi's just like, I'm hanging on here.
He went full heel in as much as just trying to wear down Kofi, but Kofi was having none of it.
And then there was the monkey shines for Luke Harper.
Yeah, like thankfully the New Day didn't interfere. Rowan didn't interfere. I don't think he did. I don't think Rowan interfered.
He got himself knocked the fuck out by the other two New Days.
Yeah.
So they went back and forth, and then Finlay he'd already used his finisher actually.
Daniel Bryan had kneed him right in the face.
Aye. And then Finlay used his finisher, then he had to use the Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah. SOS and Trouble in Paradise. Daniel Bryan lay down clean as a whistle in the middle of the ring for him. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Daniel Bryan's reign as the planet's champion is over.
And the place just fucking blew up.
Yep.
And it was great. It was great to see.
Yeah, amazing to see. A feel-good Mania for once.
And
Jesus.
then they unveiled the title, and you're right.
Yeah, I was right.
You're like sitting here in this face, what? I told you! I tell you! You told me, John, you told me. Did I tell you?
It's just like when fucking Daniel Bryan won the title, I went like that. In like a few weeks' time, he's going to reveal a hemp title, and sure enough,
the place was fucking ecstatic, man. It was great to see the place exploded. That's another point where people were like,
yeah, you could tell it kind of gassed the crowd a little bit.
Who was it that was backstage? Bo Dallas or somebody shit like that, and they had those Daniel Bryan still champion t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I forgot.
And then Finlay showed up, and Farouk showed up, and he was like,
"Dang!" He said, "Dang,
darn."
He went like, "Gosh darn it!"
And go his payday. And Vince was there like a bag of money. Like Pelly.
He collected and then fucked up. Man, I can't believe they managed to shoehorn that shit in. But either way, next, after that, the crowd were fucking gassed.
You should have put something massively fucking stupid next, so people could just.
But instead, what they put was Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre in a Raw match.
And then Roman got booed?
Roman got booed from a fucking crowd that had just watched an underdog win a title in the ultimate feel-good fucking match. And the goodwill didn't extend to Roman Reigns, who fucking bounced back from leukemia.
What Vince thought was going to happen was they're going to be gassed, but also full of joy.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was... Well, I don't know if it was the whole stadium, but you could hear people...
There was some fucking...
Come on to fuck, man.
Big assholes in the crowd.
He's not in the main
him.
event. He's not getting a title shot. He's just there to have a wee match with Drew McIntyre.
Because Drew's
been... Who was making fun of him for having leukemia.
Yeah.
That was such a weird promo.
Drew was being real fucking mean. And he was hurting the Shield. He's everything he could to fucking demolish each member of the Shield individually and mocking Roman Reigns' illness.
I thought Dean was going to come in, but he's not going to get a WrestleMania payday. Not a fucking chance. He did show up in Raw after the cameras were turned off, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, the Shield. Shield Brothers! And that's him gone, huh?
Yep, that's him done, unfortunately.
Either he's going to go retire, he's going to go sit in his ass for a year, or he's going to go AEW.
I think he's going to AEW.
Or he could. I think he'd be better off going to Japan. Roman beat Drew, and the match ended.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a match. It was a Raw match, but it was a perfectly fine match. And Drew McIntyre is a star in the making, and he should be next in line for the
If he'd
Universal...
been like the way he is now 10 years ago, he'd be a 14-time champion, just like Randy Orton. Burn him. Ridiculous. Right,
okay, so here's where our hearts grew 3 sizes. Because Elias came out, but then he was also on the Titantron behind a piano and behind the drums.
And he played with himself?
He played with himself. And it was great because Elias is great and that was fantastic fun. But like, then it got better.
How did it get better?
I didn't expect it to get better, but it fucking did. Because who comes out to fuck with Elias? But the doctor of thugonomics himself.
2002.
John Cena in the garb of his original gimmick came out and rapped.
Talked about I'm turning heel up in here.
He talked about turning heel. He rapped about like wanting to throw goofballs, and then he gave Elias not an attitude adjustment. He gave him an FU. Which I marked out so fucking hard for hearing that theme song because that theme song is fucking brilliant. And then when he said F you, I was like, oh shit, this is perfect. A perfect segment.
And now John Cena's the new Undertaker because the Undertaker wasn't there.
Yeah. It feels like Cena's going to come every WrestleMania
And just give people a match.
and do something fun and stupid. That segment was great. The Doctor of Thugonomics came back.
That was good. It was fun. Yeah.
So then Triple H and Dave Bautista got to have their match.
Two pastel bastards went for 25 minutes, and it was so sad that it was funny. Batista tripped and coming in the ring, and then he had to go back in to get in again so he could get his seat back.
Yeah, and he smiled about it and stuff like that, and he shrugged it off decently, but at the same time, everyone saw him trip.
There was like loads of spots in it, like you getting his nose ripped out, and then you're getting dished by a chain and all that stuff like that.
I went for a shite during this match. That's all.
Fucking Triple H power bombed him onto the stairs, and he just slipped right after them. Because he's all greased up.
It's just, I had no interest.
Just so sad that it was funny. Batista retired as well. He's done.
Is he?
He said the next day that's it. That was his last ever match.
Fair enough.
I don't know much about Batista. When did he come into the WWE? 2005 or something?
The same time as Randy Orton did, yeah.
Like 2004, 3?
Around there.
I don't know a lot about Batista.
Because he was in the same...
I know he's in Evolution.
Yeah, he was in the same FCW classes and stuff as like Randy Orton and John Cena.
Oh, they both had sledgehammers at one point. Ric Flair was helping Triple H.
Yeah.
So they had the whole Evolution stuff.
Yeah.
It was all about Evolution.
Except Randy Orton didn't come out.
Triple H won that match. Hasn't Triple H won the last 2 WrestleMania matches that he's had?
No, he lost against Seth at 33. Then he lost against Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle at 34.
All right.
And he lost. He won this.
Just getting his heat back then.
Yeah, he was the baby face going into that. It's just I know I get it. Like Triple H effectively is a big time baby face now because he is the mind father of NXT and stuff like that. But
for Pete Dunne to retire Triple H.
Yeah, that should.
I know it wouldn't be a good match. It'd only be a good match if Triple H had got no defense in and he got absolutely like fucking destroyed. Yeah, his son destroyed him.
Yeah, if Pete Dunne just fucking dismantled Triple H, that would be amazing. The next thing was Kurt Angle's retirement match.
Oh, you want? I'll take this.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking hell. So we all saw John Cena was coming up. That had just came out as the Doctor of Thugonomics, and then that's where my heart sank right in my arsehole. And I like to call my arsehole the Baron Corbin because he's a useless arsehole who looks like a fucking bouncer who'd throw you the Corinthian. The Corinthian is a Neddy bar in Glasgow.
It's where Neds go to feel like they're posh.
He's a bouncer in Sugar Cube. You know what I mean? That's where all the football players in Scotland go and Glasgow go. So Kurt comes out. Okay, Kurt Angle comes out, and somebody flashes up this sign, "You never sucked," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then Baron Corbin came out, and they had a match, and Baron Corbin won, and I was fucking fuming.
Yeah.
No, I was so angry. And then Corbin off the fucking popped back up the fucking up the ramp, fucked off, and Kurt Angle finally got a microphone and said thank you for the last 20 years. And it cut to a woman or a guy in the crowd, and they were greeting, and I was sitting there greeting for Kurt Angle because I fucking love the man. The man is the one of my favourite wrestlers.
He's great.
He never started like that. He never started like that when he was fighting The Rock. The Rock was my favourite wrestler when I was younger. And when it was like, oh, you they suck, I hate you. But the matches the man put on with Benoit, with Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. And then the stuff in TNA.
And the stuff in TNA. Incredible wrestler. Incredible. To get put out by Baron fucking Corbin. Thank you very much, Kurt Angle. And because that's how good, that's how nice he is.
Yeah,
he must really like Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
I've done that because he went out on his back.
He's a good company man. So clearly he saw that the company really wants Baron Corbin to be a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like,
first thing Baron Corbin has to do, well, he just got that there. He just beat Kurt Angle, right?
Yeah.
So you need to go get that fucking Vince McMahon's making him wear that bouncer's uniform, right?
Yeah.
A black shirt. You need to tell Vince McMahon, no, I can't wear that.
It doesn't work anymore.
People are making fun of me. It never worked. It was
worked.
supposed to be GM Baron Corbin.
It sort of worked when he was the constable, when he was the acting GM and stuff like that. It kind of worked, but it's done. I like Baron Corbin. He's one of my boys where I know he's shite, but I love him.
Joe was there as well. He didn't even have a match.
Oh fuck, we forgot to mention that.
Aye.
Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio.
Mysterio was injured.
Yeah, he was
got
injured.
An ankle injury. So he gave the crowd a 619, and then he got smoked.
Yep, he got Kakina clutched and put out, and that was it. And Joe's still the US champion, which is great. I love Samoa Joe.
So,
done. Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title. Bobby Lashley came out with his boy, with his son. He came out with his son.
Little Lashers, and he had yellow contacts in. That's his gimmick for tonight, I guess. That was to try and intimidate the demon. That's how I saw it. That was the story he was trying to tell.
He maybe should have tried a bit harder than just yellow contacts then, because he looked dumb. And then the demon came out.
Right, and he was on stilts.
He came out in a big platform, and it was cool, because the demon's always cool.
Yeah.
And we love Finn Balor. So the demon, it's nice to see the demon because they don't do it very much. But for the past two times, the past 2 times they've done it have been for guys that don't really deserve it. And I know this was...
It's been Bobby Lashley twice, isn't it?
No, Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin.
Oh, yeah.
He was in a fucking feud with Baron Corbin, and at SummerSlam, he fucking came out as the demon to beat Baron Corbin up. And Lashley is fine in the ring. He's a shite promo, and that's why he's got Rush with him. But he doesn't... I don't think he's anything special. And Finn really needs things like the IC belt. He needs the fucking Universal title, but that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Maybe this year.
Hopefully this year. Especially if McIntyre takes it from Seth, then Finn can take it from McIntyre. Because they're not going to turn Finn heel anytime soon, I don't think.
I'm hoping that the unit, because it's been stuck in Paul Heyman's locker for this past 5 years or whatever, it feels like that.
No, yeah.
It's been in Paul Heyman's locker this long. I hope it actually gets hot potatoed a little.
Yeah.
He's somebody a bit of prestige.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's time.
Have people fight viciously for this belt and treat it like it's actually worth something again. Because, fuck me, man, it went nowhere and nothing happened with it for well over a year. I'd be happy for some guys to get some fucking time in the spotlight. Guys who need stuff to fight for. See, when you've got one title for people to fight over, it's pretty boring.
So what do you think of the match?
It was a squash match, basically, which I'm happy with, because Lashley is...
He should just always be the demon then, if he's just going to always win.
That's the thing, like, that. I liked that justification of him saying when he went into the fight with Brock for the title, I don't want to be the demon because people think I use the demon as a crutch. Like, I will win if I'm the demon, but if I win and I'm just normal Finn Balor, it will mean even more. That's kind of cool, but at the same time, that is a weird thing to think. If he was the demon, he'd just win all the time. He's only ever lost as the demon once.
There's a story in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can't control himself anymore, and that's when he goes full on, like, superhero.
where he's more demon than Finn by some point, like where he can't take the makeup off or something like that, where it's just like...
No, I think he's just been barting fuck out of people, and he doesn't talk anymore.
That would be cool. Like, see if he was just a fucking weirdo, he just flipped his lid and he thought he was the demon all the time, then that would be kind of cool, but...
So he needs to get broken.
Yeah.
Broken demon. The match wasn't too good, but it was good to see your boy winning.
Finn looks great with belts, especially the IC belt. He looks great in that.
AJ doesn't look good without belts. We've got to mention that part.
AJ suits
where do you put him right now?
I know, there's nowhere.
It's difficult.
You could get him back down into the US picture.
Who has the US belt?
Samoa Joe.
That's right, the squash match. Yeah.
And that would be great. That would be great. Him and Joe put on good matches.
Put good matches on, that's true.
So, here we are, finally, at what I think we all feel was the real main event. It was the dance break. So
all those promos I had to remember there, and you wrote down the fucking dance.
I didn't write it down. I just remembered it because I was so angry about it.
Oh, you got to it.
I hate Carmella. I hate R-Truth.
Oh, you can't hate R-Truth. You just hate his bullshit.
Yeah, I hate his
But
shtick.
the guy himself seems pretty sound.
Yeah, R-Truth seems to have got no beef with R-Truth, but that's because he's actually a decent wrestler. Carmella's shite, and she just comes out and does the pickle, and R-Truth does the pickle, and it's fucking dreadful. And I know it's for kids, but I don't care. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate the pickle. I'm sick of it.
What's wrong with random dancing, John?
Random dancing isn't funny. It's not big. It's not clever. It's just boring. And everyone should stop doing it. I fucking hate it. It's boring. So stop. So the actual real main event happened, and it had a really, really big match feel. It did actually feel important, because it is important, but it felt really important.
Even if Charlotte Flair had a short film.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair
David Fincher film.
Charlotte Flair got a fucking helicopter and a red carpet, and I get the character, the heelish type of character she's playing and stuff like that.
Joan Jett got wheeled out of the crypt.
Fucking hell, man. Skeletor and her backing band played a fucking stinky doo-doo song.
Oh.
And that happened. So those two came in, got their big fucking massive entrances. Becky Lynch just walked out.
And that's all you need?
That's all you need. If you are the man...
That's storytelling right there, sir.
If you're the man, all you need to do is walk out. And that's it.
Walk out and have a straight finish. The match was... I was enjoying the match. And I turned around to just check one thing on Twitter, and I heard the bell ringing.
Yep.
Right, so we had to... I've seen it since, right? Her shoulder isn't done.
Her shoulder isn't down for the 1 count. Her shoulder hits the mat as soon as the ref hits the mat for 2. They fucked it up.
Yeah. Why couldn't you have just tapped Charlotte Flair out there?
I really don't understand why she didn't tap Ronda out.
Well, we know why, but she could have tapped Charlotte out.
I just wanted the disarmer to be the thing that won.
So did I.
Because it makes sense.
Yeah, it totally does, eh?
But instead, Becky Lynch wins with a total fucking chance crucifix pin that doesn't go all the way.
For the main event.
For the main event of
the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania.
And it ends like that. I was a little disappointed at how it ended.
I was surprised the 4 horsewoman didn't come out.
The
three ugly woman didn't come out.
There wasn't any big angle. There wasn't. It felt less of a big deal than it should have.
And then Becky had...
After we realised that clearly they...
I thought Ronda Rousey had won.
Yeah. It really felt like that. It felt so fucking screwy. It was just...
And I said to you, this had already been overbooked to fuck.
Yeah.
What's going to happen here? And it happened.
And I insisted, I was like, it's been so screwy that they are going to have Becky Lynch pin someone or tap them out clean in the middle of the ring. I was insistent that was going to happen. It was going to be a clean as fuck finish for Becky Lynch to win the belts. And you were right, it's overbooked right to the fucking death. Right to the death it was overbooked.
I was happy Becky won.
Yep.
But God, man, just leave that alone.
I know. It's a real shame that Becky's big fucking moment might be spoiled by fans going like that. It was a busted finish.
Insisting Vince McMahon quite literally kayfabe, non-kayfabe, and kayfabe insisted that Charlotte Flair be in that match. What did she do?
She took the title from Asuka and came into the match.
They two just fucking... Charlotte did most of the actual wrestling against Becky, right?
Yeah.
And Finley did the big spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that, I mean, like, again, it was fine. Everyone played the part that they needed to play. I wasn't upset with that. It was a perfectly fine match, but just that ending was just a bit of a... And the fucking crowd were so tired.
Yeah.
When Becky lifted both those belts, they tried their best to cheer.
They didn't even give Becky a chance to fully celebrate.
No, there wasn't a...
Get on a turnbuckle and do the rock thing or anything like that, you know what I mean? So it was good. The woman got their chance to shine, and it was blown by either a botch or Vince McMahon overbooked it. Take your pick.
He overcomplicated it.
Or the referee fucked it. Who knows?
He overcomplicated it with that stupid finish, and then they botched it slightly because the ref started counting before Ronda's shoulders were on the mat. It was annoying. because of a complicated finish that it didn't need to be. Should have just been a fucking 1-2-3 job or a fucking tap out, because they were selling the fact that Becky's disarmer is a very powerful fucking submission move.
So that was it.
It was good. It was actually a fun show.
Then the next day, Kurt came out and put Corbin in an ankle lock, and then that big doofus came out and battered Kurt Angle for some reason.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan's finally debuted.
I thought Kurt had retired.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that him giving him the freak accident in the middle of the ring is kind of like how they're writing Kurt off. Because it's like, you can sell Lars as a real fucking beast then if you have him fucking injure Kurt Angle with one move. Like, that's great. But I don't know if they're going to do that. I hope they do. Kurt's in no shape to be dragged back
and then
for shit like this.
Kofi and Seth had a match, and I thought Adam Cole baby was going to...
Yeah, it felt like now was going to be the time for them to pull the trigger on the Undisputed Era, and they didn't. The Bar showed up. They were doing title for title because the women got to do title for title, so let us do this. We'll do a winner take all match, and of course you knew it wasn't going to be a clean finish. You knew it wasn't going to be a clean finish, and you were thinking the whole time, the Undisputed Era are going to come up and fuck with everyone because that's what needs to happen. The Bar did it.
Sammy came back.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss is no injured anymore.
Yeah, she had a singles match with Bayley, which was fine.
Anything else worth it? Undertaker showed up.
And battered Elias.
Yeah. Why couldn't he have shown up at Mania?
I think they were just trying to get people used to the idea of Taker not being at Mania.
Yeah. And that's fine, because he's going to retire one day. You know?
Yeah, I was under the impression when fucking Roman Reigns beat him that was him done, and then he wasn't done. So that John Cena could be beaten by him.
Overall, the WrestleMania this year, 35, was for the fans.
Oh yeah.
Right. Anything to say? What was your favourite match?
I mean,
I'd say for me it was Kofi.
Yeah.
Kofi and Bryan.
I'd be tempted to say that. Yeah, in fact, yeah, it was. The worst match was probably the Rey Mysterio Joe match because it wasn't a match. But
disregard that.
Of real matches, it was Shane McMahon and The Miz was the worst match.
I thought Triple H and Batista was the worst match, and it went on for 25 minutes.
I suppose that one was.
That's longer. An episode of The Simpsons and a pish. Because The Simpsons is on for 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a wee pish.
Pish for 3 minutes, eh?
Just solidly pishing for 3 minutes. And just R-Truth and Carmella like that in the pickle.
I like to imagine an underhanded pickle.
Trinidad.
Like you're...